Starting from our HEL7, the udevd service provides the default naming scheme for network interfaces. This service usages many rule sets to assign a unique name to each interface. To generate a unique name for an interface, it uses the device firmware, location, topology, and type. In generated name, the first two letters represent the device's firmware. For example, Ethernet interfaces begin with EN, VLAN interfaces begin with WL, and WAN interfaces begin with WW. The next letter represents the device's type, location, or topology. For example, the letter O represents an onboard device, the letter S represents a hot plug slot, and the letter P represents a PCI card. The remaining numbers represent an index, ID, or port. Let's take an example name ENO167777737. In this name, the first two letters EN stand for an Ethernet interface. The next letter O stands for an onboard interface. The remaining number 167777737 is a unique ID number. The IP utility provides the IP command. The IP command allows you to manage and monitor many aspects of networking. It makes changes only in the running configuration. It does not save the changes. When you reboot the system or log out from the current session, all changes made by the IP command will be lost. The IP command supports command line abbreviation. You don't need to type the complete option. You only need to type the letters for the option until it becomes unique. For example, you can use the command IP address show, or can use this command. Both commands will return the same output. To view the IP configuration of all interfaces, we use the IP address show command. To view the IP configuration of a single interface, we need to specify the name of that interface. For example, let's check the IP configuration of this interface. This is the link state of the interface. This is the MAC address of the interface. This is the IPv4 address of the interface. This is the IPv6 address of the interface. You can also assign a new IP address to the interface. To assign a new IP address, we use the add and dev options with the IP address command. Let's assign a new IP address to this interface. This is the new IP address. This is the name of the interface to which you want to assign the IP address. To verify the new IP configuration, you can use the IP address show command again with the interface name. We can assign multiple IP addresses to the same interface. Let's assign 2 more IP addresses. These IP addresses will not persist across the reboot. When you will reboot the system, these addresses will be removed. Let's reboot the system and check the IP configuration of this device again. Use the IP address show command to list the current configuration of the interface. As we can see, all IP addresses that we assigned to this interface are gone. A network interface can connect to the network only if its link state is up. The IP address show command prints all configuration of the interface. If you only want to view the link state of the interface, you can use the IP link show command. This command prints only the link state information of the interface. If you don't specify an interface name, it will print the link state information of all interfaces. To view the link state information of a single interface, we need to specify the name of the interface. For example, let's check the link state information of this interface. For testing or troubleshooting, we can also temporarily change the link state of an interface. To bring it down, we use this command. To bring it up, we use this command. Just like the IP addresses, the link state information will reset to default when you will reboot the system. The default gateway connects the system to the remote network. To view the default gateway IP, we use the IP route command. This command prints all route entries from the routing table. This is the IP address of the default gateway. ARP neighbor table maintains information about the nodes available on the local network. To view this table's entries, we use this command. The system maintains a separate ARP neighbor table for each interface. To view the ARP neighbor table of a specific interface, we need to specify the name of the interface. You don't need to remember any option of the IP command. You can use the help option to get detailed information about all options. For example, to get information about the address option, we use the help option with the IP address command. Let's get help about the link option. If you need more information or some examples of usages, you can use the man IP command. This command prints the manual document of the IP command. It contains all options, their description, and sample usages. The IP command is a replacement for the ifconfig command. In earlier versions of Linux, the ifconfig command was the default utility for checking and verifying IP configuration. The ifconfig command does not support many modern features that were not relevant in earlier times. The ifconfig command is deprecated. Although RHEL still includes the ifconfig command for backward compatibility, you should use the IP command for all IP validation and verification related tasks. The IP command is designed to meet the requirements of modern networks. The IP command can perform all tasks of the ifconfig command. For example, let's perform some common tasks of the ifconfig command with the IP command. To print the IP configuration of all interfaces, we use the ifconfig command. We can do the same task with the IP address show command. As you can see, both commands print the same output. We can also specify the interface name with both commands to view the IP configuration of a specific device. Let's do the same task with the IP command. Again, we get the same output. To change the state of an interface, we use the up and down option with both commands. Let's use these options first with the ifconfig command. Now, use these options with the IP command. To assign a temporary IP address with the ifconfig command, we need to use the command 2 times. The first time, we will assign the IP address. The second time, we will assign the subnet mask. With the IP command, we can assign the IP address and subnet mask at once. That's all for this video. If you like this video, you can subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. If you have any feedback, comment, or suggestion related to this video, you can use the comment section to share them with us.